to Tennessee's at-home learning series for literacy. Today's lesson is for all our first graders out there. Though all children are welcome to tune in and enjoy today's lesson. This will be the fourth in this week's series. My name is Miss Clark, and I'm a first grade teacher here in Tennessee schools. And I'm so excited, boys and girls, to be your teacher for this lesson today. So welcome to our virtual classroom. Now, if you didn't see any of our previous lessons, you can find them on our website, www.tn.gov/education. You can still tune in today, though, and enjoy our story, even if you haven't heard any of the others. But it might be more fun to first go back and watch our previous lesson, since today we're going to be continuing with the story we talked about last time. Now, boys and girls, today we are going to be asking and answering questions about our key details in our text. We're also going to be using a graphic organizer to collect all those pieces of information, and this is what we're going to be collecting information about today. Why do animals play? Before we get started, you're going to need a few things to participate fully, boys and girls. You'll need 2 pieces of paper, a pencil, and a surface to write on. And if you were with us last time, you can go ahead and get your graphic organizer that we made together. And boys and girls, you can find a student packet for this lesson, which will be ELA Grade 1, Lesson 19. And it'll be on our website, www.tn.gov/education. Okay, boys and girls, let's go ahead and get started. Now, before we get to our next part in our text that we started last time, we are going to review what we learned in our story, Why Do Animals Play, for our last lesson. Now, last time we read about how and why young deer or fawns, right, and lion cubs play, didn't we? Do you guys remember any of those important details? Yeah, we learned fawns play by twirling and twisting around, right, boys and girls? And they leap and frolic. And this helped their legs to get strong, right, boys and girls? So they could run fast and zigzag. Do you remember why they were doing that? Go ahead and share out. Yeah, they were escaping, weren't they, from those predators? So they were playing to practice escaping. Very important to the fawns. We also learned about the lion cubs, didn't we, boys and girls? They were the ones that crouched down and pounced on other lion cubs, right, after they slinked and stalked them. Now, this was a good idea for them because they were able to learn how to hunt when they were adults, right, boys and girls? Now, we even got to pick one of these wild animals to write about. And we wrote about how and why they play. Which one did you pick, boys and girls? Did you write about how this helps them when they become adults? Very nice. And I bet you all remember to capitalize the beginning of your sentence. And I bet you even used a punctuation mark. Give me a thumbs up if you did all that in your writing. You guys have been working so hard. I bet you all did a fabulous job. Now, I asked you to pick one of these wild animals to write about, right? Now, today, our goal is to ask and answer questions in order to retell those key details about our text, okay? So we're going to be expected to, right at the end of today's lesson, also to retell. And our story today is Why Animals Play. And after we record our new information about this text and the baby animals that we're going to learn about, we're first going to begin with me showing you what that looks like. And then there's going to be some time for us to work together, and you can practice with my support. And finally, boys and girls, at the end, you'll get your own independent work time so that you can complete your writing after the video ends. Now let's go ahead and get started with this story, because I know you guys are loving this story. I know all of you love animals, and especially cute little baby animals. So let's see what we might hear about today, boys and girls. Why animals play. Wolves live in family groups called packs. When the pups are grown up, they will hunt together and watch out for each other. So they must learn to communicate. So the author told us that the wolves live in packs. Can you say that word with me together, boys and girls, on the count of 3? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Packs. What do you think that means? Yeah, if they're living in a pack, they're living together in a group, kind of like a family. Now, it also says that they are called pups. These don't look like puppies that I've seen. How about you, boys and girls? Yeah, so a wolf baby is called a pup. And you might think pup, and you might instantly think about a little baby dog, right? So that is what a baby wolf is called. Also, can you say it with me? Raise, whisper into your hand and shout it out. 1, 2, 3, pups. Wonderful job. So those are some pretty cool words that help us identify some information about the wolves, huh? Now, the author writes in this paragraph that since they live together in those packs and they hunt together and they watch out for each other, they must learn to communicate. Now, that is a big word, boys and girls, right? You might have heard it before. Some ways people communicate with each other are talking, right? So raise your hand if you think you've ever communicated with someone. Yeah. Or people can communicate through writing. Very nice. I bet you guys can think of some other ways that people can communicate also. Now, let's get back to our reading. Wolves live in family groups called packs. When the pups are grown up, they will hunt together and watch out for each other. So they must learn to communicate. A wolf pup signals another pup that she wants to play. Now, wait a minute, boys and girls. She is going to signal to another pup that she wants to play. Well, that sounds like fun. How do you think a wolf pup might signal or tell another wolf pup that she's wanting to play? Go ahead and share out with the person watching with you today. Okay, let's read on to find out how she gives a signal. A wolf pup signals another pup that she wants to play. She stretches out her front legs and bows. She wiggles and wags her tail. Oh my goodness, boys and girls. Are you imagining maybe not a wolf pup doing this, but maybe a puppy you have at your house or your grandparents have? Yeah, have you ever seen a pup do this? Yeah, they're stretching out their front paws. And they're doing this signal to communicate what, boys and girls? That they want to what? Everybody tell me. Play. Very nice. Now, do you think you can show me what that might look like? That signal that the wolf pup wants to play? Show me. Can you stretch out your paws and bow down? Can you wiggle your tail like a wolf pup might do? Very nice job, boys and girls. That was pretty fun. A wolf pup signals another pup that she wants to play by stretching out those front paws and bowing. She wiggles and wags her tail. That's how they tell each other, yes, we want to play. As they play, both pups hold their mouths slightly open. That's how they tell each other, hey, we're still playing. That's pretty fun, boys and girls, huh? When most young animals wrestle, race, or chase each other, it's not about winning. Each youngster is building up its strength and its skills, and they are learning to cooperate. If one youngster plays it too rough, the others will let him know that they are unhappy with his behavior. So they're giving signals, boys and girls, then they're communicating again. And if one pup gets too rough, he's going to let the others know that he is unhappy. How do you think that might be? What do you think he might do to get this signal to communicate? What might this signal be? Go ahead and share out with the person watching with you today. Very nice. Yeah, he might make a noise, right? He might run away. He might try to snap at him. And not a playful way, right? Now, boys and girls, let's read about another wild animal. Do you think you know what it might be? Do you think you know the name of this animal? If you do, let me hear you shout it out on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. You guys are so smart. Wonderful job. Let's see if you're right. Groups of young vervet monkeys sometimes sneak away from the adults in their family. All wrapped up in their games, the little ones may not notice when a danger is near. So an adult monkey will go looking for the straying youngsters. The adult will yell out a warning. That's pretty cool, boys and girls. So sometimes wild animals learn what not to do in order to stay safe through play. Now, this author is writing that sometimes the young vervet monkeys sneak away from their parents, so they're adults. Do you guys remember what it means to sneak away? Yeah, they're being quiet, right? And hoping the adults don't see them, just like Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk. He snuck away from the giant, right? Now, he says that these monkeys are straying youngsters. So straying, if they're sneaking away, must mean what? Yeah, it means to go away from where you're supposed to be. Maybe you guys have had a connection with this. Has there ever been a time when you have accidentally, maybe on purpose, strayed away from your parents? Yeah, and you know your parents were probably a little upset, right? Because they know that they have to protect you from dangers. So the adult monkey, just like your parents, will go looking for the straying youngsters. If the monkeys are playing and don't notice when danger is near, What do you think the adult monkeys might do? Do you have any ideas? Mm-hmm. Very nice. They're going to go looking for them and they yell out a warning. Now, we know a warning tells us that danger is near. Can you say that with me? Big and loud, 1, 2, 3. Warning. So they're letting these baby monkeys know, right, what's happening. Now let's go back and reread what we just read before the next part. The groups of young, vervet monkeys sometimes sneak away from adults and their family. All wrapped up in their games, the little ones may not notice when the danger is near. So the adult monkey will go looking for the straying youngsters. The adult will yell out the warning. That might sound like what, boys and girls? From your parents. Yeah, watch out, be careful, come back here. Right? You've all heard your parents and teachers say these things to you when you play, right, boys and girls? Animals have to learn about the dangers too in their world when they're playing, just like you guys. Animals have to learn about the dangers in their world. We know playing helps them learn. Playing helps them get along. Playing makes them strong and confident. Now, boys and girls, let's revisit the text to see if we can recall any of the different animals and how and why they play. Do you guys remember some? I knew you would, so go ahead and grab your piece of paper or your graphic organizer from last time. Now, if you have your graphic organizer or chart, we can add on to it from our last lesson together. But if not, that is okay. You can just go ahead and grab a piece of paper and you will fold it with me. So I will help you that didn't get to join in with us last time. And fold it like a hot dog. This is what we call hot dog style in my classroom. And then you're going to fold it again like a hamburger bread, boys and girls. Hamburger style. So now you have your 4 boxes. Very nice. Now, boys and girls, we learned that wolves live in family groups called packs, didn't we? And we learned when the pups grow up, they will hunt together and watch out for each other. So they must learn to communicate. The wolf pup signals another pup that she wants to play. She stretches out her front paws and bows. Let me see that again, boys and girls. Can you show me what that looks like? Stretch and bow. And what does she do next? Yeah, she wiggles her tail and wags it. As they play, both pups hold their mouths slightly open. That's how they tell each other, yes, we are still playing. So boys and girls, did you hear from that part of the story what animal we need to write in our first box? Everybody shout it out with me on the count of 3. What was it called? 1, 2, 3. Awesome, boys and girls. So grab your pencil and let's write our wolf pup. That was our first wild animal from today's story. You write it with me. Very nice. Now, did you hear any words that the author used to tell about how the wolf pup plays, boys and girls? Oh, can you show me what it looked like? Yeah. How did they do it, boys and girls? That's right. They stretched out their legs, right? Or their paws. So we can write stretch. And what did they do next? Yeah, they bow down, right? So now we have two details that tell how the wolf pup plays. Now let's keep reading to see if we can find any more words that tell how the wolf pup plays. So she stretches her paws and she bows her head. What's next, boys and girls? That's right. She wiggles and shakes her tail, right? She's wiggling and wagging that tail. So let's write that word wiggles because that's an important detail. Wiggles. Does yours look like mine so far? Nice job, boys and girls. And we can write wags. She's wagging her tail to say, hey, I want to play. I'm going to have some fun, right? Now, boys and girls, we need to add why the wolf pup stretches, bows, wiggles, and wags. Right? Now, we learned that the wolves live in those groups called packs, didn't we? And when the pups grow up, they will hunt together and watch out for each other. So they must learn to communicate. Very nice. So let's write that in our wolf box. Communicate. Now this is a long word, so you might have to squeeze it in, but that's okay. Communicate. So they do this to communicate with each other. Very nice, boys and girls. Now we have one other wilder animal that we can add to our chart today. Right, boys and girls? Do you remember what other animal we heard about today? Go ahead and whisper it into your hand and share it out. Ready on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. A monkey. Very nice. So let's go ahead and write in our next box, the monkey. You write it with me. All right. Does yours look like mine, boys and girls? Very nice. Now, as I read a part of the text over again, you listen very carefully, boys and girls, to hear those important details about the monkey and what the young monkeys do. Groups of young vervet monkeys sometimes sneak away from the adults in their family. All wrapped up in their games, the little ones may not notice when the danger is near. So an adult monkey will go looking for the straying youngsters. The adult will yell out a warning. So did you hear it? What do the young monkeys do sometimes? Yeah, they sneak away. Very nice. So let's write that on our chart. Sneak away. They definitely play different than the wolf pups, huh, boys and girls, so far. Sneak away. Very nice. Now, even though the story does not tell me exactly how sneaking away in groups teaches the monkeys, I can make an inference, right? My brain starts thinking and inferring that I can make my best guess that they are learning how to work in a group and how to stay away from danger, right? Because the text says, watch out, be careful. You've heard your parents or teachers say these things to you when you play, right, boys and girls? So the animals had to learn about the dangers in their world, just like we did, right? So do you think that the monkeys are learning how to stay safe? Absolutely. So let's write that on our chart. stay safe. Does yours look like mine so far, boys and girls? Very nice job. You guys are doing a wonderful job getting your quick jots down, your important details. Now let's use our chart to recall and retell how and why our animals play today, our wild animals. Now, first I'm going to reread the words in the box about one of today's animals. So I am going to go ahead and pick the wolf pup. Okay, so I'm looking at my chart that I have with me, and I learned about how and why the wolf pups play, right? I remember that they stretch and they bow, and I wrote, oh yeah, they're wagging and wiggling their tails. So I have all those good details. So now I just have to think about how I can take those important details and turn them into a complete sentence. Can you come up with a sentence about how and why these wolf pups are playing? What do you think I should write? You guys have some great answers. So there are many ways, boys and girls, that we can use words to retell what we learned. So your sentence might be different than mine, and that's perfectly okay. So this is what my sentence would look like. The wolf pup bows, stretches, and wags his tail. To do what? Yeah, good. To communicate. So I'm going to tell why my wolf pup does these things, right? That's an important part of a complete sentence. I have to give information to communicate that he wants to play, right, boys and girls? Now, if I've used my graphic organizer and all my quick jots on my chart to turn it into a complete sentence with that capitalization, finger spaces, and punctuation. Very nice, giving those good details. You guys did such a great job today helping me, and we did a wonderful job thinking about those important details and being able to retell what we learned about our wild animals today. Now I'm going to read a task to you of what I want you guys to complete today. Now, you guys have all found the evidence in the text that tells you how and why those animals play. And we have went ahead and practiced one together, and I've modeled for you how to use those words on your chart, right? To make a nice, detailed, and complex sentence. Now, I want you to pick one of our animals that you heard about today, and I want you to come up with your own sentence. Or I challenge you to maybe even write 2 sentences about the animal you learned about today. And make sure you tell us how and why the animal plays. And don't forget, boys and girls, to use those words from your chart to help you write those sentences. You might use communicate like I did, right? Stretch, or maybe if you're talking about the monkey groups. All right, I cannot wait to see what your writing is going to be. I enjoyed working with you today, boys and girls, and thank you for helping me find these key details in the text. You guys did wonderful, and I look forward to seeing you in our next lesson in Tennessee's At Home Learning Series. Have a wonderful day, boys and girls.